Hey there, guys. Today is day 16 of the Avian Advent Calendar Challenge. Now, the Avian Advent Calendar is an advent calendar of parrot toy parts. So every single day, I'm going to be opening up a brand new box, showing you guys what toy parts are inside, and coming up with a brand new parrot toy to make using those toy parts. So if that is something you guys are interested in seeing, you want to make sure to stick around, because that's going to be coming up right after this. Hey there, guys. This is Jack over at High Red Bird, where I am tirelessly working to find new ways to make the keeping of exotic animals and pets more exciting, more affordable, and ultimately more enjoyable. One of the ways I've been doing that this December is with the Avian Advent Calendar Challenge. Now, the Avian Advent Calendar is an advent calendar of parrot toy parts put together by the Leather Elves, a well-known and reputable parrot toy making company. If you'd like to know more about them, the link will be in the description section down below. But every single day, I'm going to be opening up a brand new box, showing you guys what is inside, and coming up with a brand new parrot toy that you can make. So even if you didn't get the Avian Advent Calendar, there should be a couple of things that you'll be able to get from this video. First and foremost, I'm going to be showing you guys a variety of different toys using a variety of different toy parts. Some of those may be parts that you're not that comfortable using, or maybe even parts that you've never used. So it'll hopefully give you some ideas for some new things you can incorporate into your bird's routine to give them a little bit more variety. You will hopefully learn different techniques for putting those toy parts together as well, which is definitely going to make it a little easier and a lot more helpful when it comes to putting together enrichment for your bird. Now, I am going to be using a variety of different tools to put these toys together. So I will put items in the description section with links if you need to get any of those tools. Honestly, having the appropriate tools to build your parrot toys is going to make all the difference of whether or not you'll actually do it. If it's too hard, if you don't have the tools, it makes it really, really difficult. But if it's easy and you have the stuff on hand, it's very likely that you will be putting together brand new enrichment on a regular basis for your bird. One thing I am going to ask you guys, if you are watching these videos, put in the comment section what type of birds you guys have. I love hearing from you guys. Knowing what types of birds you guys have makes a difference, and it helps me know what kind of toys, what kind of tutorials would work best for you guys. So if you would do that for me, that would be great. It'll help me provide videos that are going to be perfect for your bird. And with that being said, let's jump into the toy we are going to be building today. All right, guys, so for day 16 of the Avian Advent Calendar, we have some multicolored cardboard tubes. And of course, we do have the box and the shredded paper. We'll be using some of the shredded paper. We won't be using the box today, but don't throw those things away. Remember, if you have any parts left over, you definitely want to save them, because we can use those at a later date. These cardboard tubes, you'll sometimes see them sold as birdie bagels. They do come in a variety of diameters, variety of different lengths. And these are going to be a really great thing for us to talk about building complexity in your parrot toy. So I'm actually just going to be using one of these. We'll set the other two aside. Now, for the toy we are going to build today, we are going to need one of the finger traps. That's from the very first day of the Avian Advent Calendar Challenge. We are going to be needing some shredded paper. We are going to be needing a single piece of food. That is all we are going to be using for today's parrot toy. Now, in terms of building complexity, if you start with a bird that hasn't gotten enrichment in the past, they don't really know what to do, you may need to make it exceptionally easy. So if you started with this, your bird can clearly see that food. There's some shredded paper in the way. Maybe they'll be interested in interacting with that, but they can see that food item. Here we've got a piece of a cashew. When your bird gets comfortable with this, what you want to do is start moving that shredded paper closer and closer, lightly covering it. What we are doing is a type of training. We are basically teaching our bird that shredded paper is worth investigating. It means there's probably something worth looking into. In this case, it's that single piece of food. Now, you can make that very, very difficult. As you can see in this situation, there is no seeing the cashew, but by this point, your bird has probably learned that shredded paper is worth peeking through, looking around. They'll find that food item. Well, just like we did on the very first day, we're going to go ahead, take this cashew, we're going to put it inside the finger trap. Again, remember to push that as wide as you can, the opening as wide as you can. That's going to make it easier to load that food item and this shredded paper into it. And you can load as much or as little shredded paper as you want. Again, as is appropriate for your bird's skill level. And when you have that all done, stretch the finger trap back out. It's now going to hold that food item and that shredded paper nicely into place. Well, this finger trap is a very, very lightweight woven material. Your bird can probably shred through this instantly. So when they get to the point that they are doing that, you can increase the difficulty level by threading this through that birdie bagel. That birdie bagel is going to be a lot more difficult. Now, right now, you can see that finger trap slides through easily. I can take even more shredded paper. And at this point, if you guys got the Avian Advent Calendar, you know you got shredded packing paper to secure the boxes into place. There is shredded paper as the packing material for every single day of the Avian Advent Calendar. You should not have a shortage of shredded packing paper. So I can go ahead, pack that into place. Now you guys can see this finger trap isn't going anywhere. If you need to make that even more difficult, what you could do is you could take something like a drill through this entire assembly and put knots on either side. That could give you the option of doing this as a mounted toy instead of a foot toy. But if you just did a knot on either side, you could also just have something that is a lot more secure. This idea of building complexity with your parrot toys is going to be important for a variety of different ways. We talked about teaching our birds how to interact with things, learning what that shredded paper means, learning how to interact with all of the different materials. You don't want to jump right into the most complicated, most difficult thing that you can imagine. Think about going to school. You did not learn calculus in kindergarten. That being said, there are some people who never really like math. There are some birds who are never really going to want anything excessively complicated. They may not want you to go this far. They may be happy with that finger trap. That being said, there are some birds that are going to love that challenge. Just like for some reason or another, there are people that absolutely love things like physics and calculus. So tailor this to your bird's needs. Make it as difficult as they would like. Some days you do need an easy day. Some days your birds are going to want to win. And some days it's nice to have that little bit of a challenge. So knowing where your bird's skills are is incredibly important. So I definitely encourage you to think about that when you are developing your toys. So if you like that idea, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. You want to make sure that you subscribe to the Hi Redbird YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of these fun videos. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for the next day of the Avian Advent Calendar Challenge.
I do need to say thank you to my Patreon patrons for helping to make these videos possible. You can find out more by visiting Hi Redbird on Patreon or clicking the link in the description section down below if you would like more information. Thanks!